This is Nightline.
Tonight, poisonous protein shakes? The dentist accused of slowly killing his wife and mother of their 6 children, which he denies.
He started searching on the internet for poisons.
Once looking on social media like a happy husband,
he seemed to have it all. But underneath it, prosecutors are accusing him of this plan.
now accused of seeing another woman while his wife lay dying.
Do you think that James Craig allegedly poisoned his wife to clear the deck so he could be with you?
Why authorities say this wasn't the first time he drugged his wife. Plus, Project Runway designer Christian Siriano and stylist Law Roach spill the tea on the newest season.
The whole season is spicy, trust me.
Featuring some familiar faces of the fashion-forward favorite.
You admitted that you were the weakest of your team, and that gave us no choice.
And plenty of new drama.
Your response has really been quite nasty. I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
One girl to another.
And what they had to say about my outfit. Is it chic?
You want us to judge right now?
And remembering actress and singer Connie Francis.
Pretty little baby.
How her hit song Pretty Little Baby made a modern-day comeback on TikTok.
From ABC News headquarters in New York, this is Nightline.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Morgan Norwood. Tonight, a well-respected dentist standing trial for the murder of his wife, lacing her workout shakes with cyanide, which he denies. But was he a doting husband, as his lawyers claim, or a serial cheater looking for a way out? Here's ABC's Matt Gutman.
He didn't go into that room to fight for her life, to support her. He went in that room to murder.
Dr. James Craig stands accused of the ultimate betrayal, allegedly murdering his wife of 23 years by poisoning her protein shakes with a steady dose of cyanide and an ingredient found in over-the-counter eye drops. The long-awaited trial now underway for Craig, facing several charges, including first-degree murder, which he denies. He was also embroiled in an extramarital relationship with a woman who Craig was seeing as his wife lay dying.
You've been labeled the mistress in this story.
Yeah, I don't like that label.
2 of James's 6 children also testifying.
You have to think about how these 6 siblings, no one can understand exactly what it is they're going through, having lost their mother, obviously, and then having to testify in the trial against their father.
Details surrounding his arrest in 2023 shocking his tight-knit community. Dr. James Craig was once a well-respected dentist from the suburbs of Denver, Colorado, seen here at his practice in this promotional video for Summerbrook Dental Group.
The most satisfying thing about my job is when a patient leaves and they say, wow, that was a lot easier than I expected it to be.
But police say he had a dark side.
Prosecutors paint the picture that James Craig had relationships with other women and told them that he wanted to be with them.
On the morning of March 6, 2023, Angela had suddenly fallen ill. According to authorities, James made his wife a protein shake, and it contained not just protein, but also poison. According to the prosecution, Angela was hospitalized 3 times over the next 10 days, and it was during that final hospital stay that police claim Craig gave his wife a final and fatal dose of poison that ultimately killed her.
By all accords, it seemed like a very normal family for people who knew them as well, although it is coming out during this trial that some close friends did know there were problems within their marriage.
Prosecutors painted James as a financially troubled serial cheater who did not want a divorce. Instead, they say he had deadly intentions.
He started searching on the internet for poisons.
The defense does not dispute the fact that Angela was poisoned, saying that James was a loving partner who tried to care for his wife after she fell ill.
This was very much a caring relationship, even though there were problems.
The defense even suggesting that Angela was suicidal.
By her own words, she was broken. She was struggling.
There have been several witnesses who have testified to the opposite of that. Her children today who say, no, I don't believe my mother was living with depression at that time.
One of James's daughters telling jurors today what her father allegedly told her to do to incriminate her own deceased mother.
A teenage daughter had gotten a phone call from her father while he was incarcerated. This phone call told her, hey, I want you to come and bail someone out who's going to have information for you. This inmate is released and he hands a letter to this teenage girl. She claims that that letter was definitely her father's handwriting. He allegedly provided her step-by-step instructions on how to create a deep fake video of her mother, saying that she had actually asked James Craig to purchase cyanide, arsenic, and oleander for her.
The defense later pointing out that James panicked behind bars and also suffered from anxiety.
What's interesting and what the prosecution doesn't tell you is this cheating had been happening for 23 years.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, Jim Waffles was his handle on a website called seeking.com, called it a situation, a problem.
Craig's lawyers say cheating is not a motive for murder. Prosecutors say James's propensity for infidelity suggested it was. According to the arrest affidavit, authorities claim James had murdered his wife to be with another woman. But that woman says she does not believe that she was part of any motive, adding that her connection with James was built on lies.
If I had known what was true, I would not have been with this person.
In total, how long were you together with James Craig?
I want to say it lands right exactly at 3 weeks.
Do you think that James Craig allegedly poisoned his wife to clear the deck so he could be with you?
There's no way I'm motive. There's been no planning a future together.
When Texas orthodontist Karen Kane met James Craig at a dental conference in 2023, she wasn't looking for love. She was in the process of a divorce from her husband of almost 30 years.
We met on a Thursday and then went home on Saturday. So we spent this Thursday evening getting to know each other. And then we texted until 4 a.m. that night. Then the next day we, spent pretty much the day together.
Both seemed in a similar place, she says. He told her he was also deep in the divorce process.
He told me they hadn't been living together. He had an apartment.
After the conference, the two remained in constant contact.
It was just consistent from 6 a.m. to 2 a.m. There was a lot of just feeling so connected.
Pretty soon, they're making plans for Karen to come visit him in Colorado. And the day before Karen arrives in Denver, Angela's health takes a horrific turn. She suffers a seizure, is on life support, and is not expected to survive.
Originally, it was maybe I shouldn't really even come. And he was like, I could really use the support.
Karen says they met for dinner twice.
He at no point seemed stressed or anxious really, I had to drag it out. I'm like, are you sure you're okay? Because he seemed okay.
But all is not okay. Soon after Angela is pronounced dead, James is arrested on charges of first-degree murder, and investigators are questioning Karen. Her initial disbelief turns to shock when she reads the arrest affidavit.
These are the allegations that within days of meeting you, he starts researching potassium cyanide and is buying these deadly poisons.
Yeah, and it wasn't until the media started reporting on it that I realized the timeline was so tight that it was 2 days after we had left that meeting.
When you read that affidavit, that he was Googling things like, how many grams of pure arsenic will kill a human? Is arsenic detectable in an autopsy? What was that like?
I don't really think I have an answer for that, because it's I don't have any sort of headspace of my reality where that fits. I didn't willingly have a relationship with somebody who was in a marriage.
Karen says they never consummated the relationship, and what she hoped was a promising new romance has ended with her being pulled in to a murder investigation. Authorities say James drugged his wife years earlier as well, the first time he was allegedly suicidal.
From an interview with Angela's sister, law enforcement alleges that the first time that James Craig poisoned Angela was to stop her from being able to prevent him from committing suicide, that he poisoned her not to kill her, but to incapacitate her so she wouldn't save his life.
The 2023 arrest affidavit says James texted his wife, Angela, while she was dying in the hospital, writing, "Given our history, I know that must be triggering. Just for the record, I didn't drug you."
Digital forensic analysts testify that text messages are not the perfect form of evidence because they can be manipulated. but it doesn't take perfect evidence to convict someone. And so for the defense, they'll make the argument that these text messages could have been manipulated.
James Craig's trial is expected to wrap in a matter of weeks.
I think just all around this case is absolutely devastating. And these kids, too, it's just absolutely awful to sit in this courtroom alongside them and know what's happening within their life and that it's on display for the entire world to see it.
Such a chilling case. Our thanks to Matt. Up next, we're with Christian Siriano and Law Roach pulling back the curtain on the red-hot season of Project Runway. Welcome back. So for more than 20 years, Project Runway has introduced the world to dozens of up-and-coming fashion designers. Well, now its new season kicks off with some familiar faces and new twists. Earlier, I sat down with the show's beloved mentor, renowned designer and winner of Project Runway Season 4, Christian Siriano, and esteemed judge and award-winning stylist, Law Roach. Christian, Law, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right, so while I have you both here, we've got to talk about the current trends in fashion. Is there anything that's in right now that like checks off every list for you?
Well, the thing that's always in for me is confidence, because I really truly believe if you're confident and you love yourself, you can wear anything. I think it goes beyond trends.
I feel like there's so many different types of people and cultures now that are kind of creating a vibe, and it's like it's from a different decade or an era, or you're uptown, you're downtown, but it all still works if you make it work, you know, if you feel good about yourself.
What's something that's not working, like a trend that you just
I mean, listen, I don't really love like a clog running around every day at an evening gala, but, you know, otherwise I'm okay with most things.
Yeah, I just don't like nasty attitudes.
Yeah, in Project Runway, fashion. Give me the fit.
Chic.
Okay,
You look
is it chic?
You want us to judge right now? No, you look great.
Yeah, but it's always hard when people walk up to me and do that. Like, do you really want to know?
Literally, do you really want to know?
And do you really tell them the real, though?
Yes.
I mean, it depends sometimes. If I feel like they can handle it.
If they can handle it?
Yeah.
Have you ever made anybody cry?
Yes, on the show.
With that said, you know, you guys are both the two most prominent voices in fashion today. Is this your first time working together?
Well, working like this together, but we worked together for years. Like, I've worked with Law and his clients forever, since the beginning of my career.
Yeah, he's made things for Ariana Grande, for Zendaya, Celine Dion. He's always been really, really supportive of my career, and Christian will take a phone call at 3 in the morning, and I'll be like, I need a dress, and he's like, oh, when do you need it? I'm like, tomorrow. And he's always made it happen for me. Yeah.
And it sounds like that chemistry translates well on the show as well.
To have Law as a new voice, it's awesome.
Well, Christian, you're returning to the show for your 5th season as a mentor.
Yeah.
As a past winner of Project Runway yourself, how has your experience as a contestant informed, you know, how you show up?
Yeah, I mean, I really try to give them very like real advice of like what's happening in fashion right now, what the stylists are looking for right now, because I'm in it too. Like, I'm a working fashion designer.
Don't lose it completely, but like, what else could this be? Could it have sculpture? Could it have some other element that anyone else has? Something's got to be cohesive.
It's tough love of like, this is what you need to be doing to succeed afterward. That's why I do the job. Like, I want another winner to be successful and have a great career.
Law, you're making your Project Runway debut, but you actually remember watching the season that Christian won. Christian?
You are the winner of Project Runway. Congratulations.
How does it feel now to be working with him?
It's a full circle moment. I remember Christian's final collection. I remember the big hats with feathers. I even remember the model who opened his show.
You've got some experience as a judge as well. You've been a judge on the ballroom show Legendary. Also RuPaul's Drag Race as well.
From the neck up, beauty queen. From the neck down, horror queen.
And things are already sort of heating up on Project Runway. We're going to take a look at this clip.
Oh my God.
Woo. I think Nina's right to call that out. I think you are being defensive and also a little bit rude. It's okay to be criticized and to be and to be, you know, let down by the criticism, but to kind of like throw it back Your response has really been really quite nasty. I'm just letting you know.
Okay.
One girl to another.
One girl to another. Look, Law, you've been pretty open about not getting it right all the time. So
Yeah.
how do you strike that balance of, allowing the contestants to make those mistakes, but then also guiding them in that right direction?
Yeah, I think it's tough love, like Christian was saying, and it's not a tear down to tear you down, it's a tear down to build you up. And I think that's what's important. For every negative piece of advice I give, I also give a positive to balance that out. And I think that's what the real world is.
Curious about any other, spicy moments with, the contestants where things kind of get a little testy.
This whole
How do you
season is
handle that?
The whole season is spicy, trust me.
I think I really try to teach them that people in this industry work with people that they like. And having a bad attitude or a nasty disposition will make people not like you no matter how great the clothes are.
Heidi Klum returning as a host, the legendary Heidi Klum, by the way. What's it like having her on the Project Runway set?
This was like Heidi's original baby. She started the show. She's so much fun. She brings in this fun, light playfulness. She doesn't take it too serious, but she loves fashion. She loves clothes. She supports the designers so much. She's amazing, and I think that that's what we needed, that breath of fresh air again, and she's the best.
Law, you have crafted so many timeless looks, memorable looks. What does it take to take the Law Roach's breath away?
Oh, I mean, it just happens. It just happens. It's that thing, as soon as it walks out, it's that kind of like clutch your pearls moment. I mean, it's an energy, it's a feeling. And that's what I want to take back to my clients. Fashion is emotional, and it should spark some type of emotion.
Christian, our Nightline anchor Juju Chang, of course, sends her love.
Yes.
That's really, really spectacular.
I believe you guys have worked together before.
Yeah.
Can we try the floral suit too?
I'll be the assistant.
She spent some time with you at your atelier.
Fabulous.
Obviously, Project Runway has legions of fans. What's going to be different on this season?
I think the biggest difference is really good designers go home quick, because if you mess up in one challenge, these judges, they don't care. Like, you're in or you're out. Heidi says it.
Yeah.
And it's really real.
But people have to go home.
Law's like, send him home.
Send him home.
Christian Law, thank you so much. It has been a pleasure having you. Project Runway's newest season premieres on Freeform July 31st, with episodes also streaming on Hulu and Disney+. When we come back, remembering Connie Francis, the actress and singer whose hit Pretty Little Baby grabbed a whole new audience with the viral TikTok.
Pretty little baby, you say that maybe you'll be thinking of me and try to love.
And finally tonight, remembering the late great actress and singer Connie Francis. She dominated the charts for nearly a decade, becoming the first solo female artist to have a #1 hit with Everybody's Somebody's Fool.
'Cause everybody's somebody's fool.
Just this summer, decades after Pretty Little Baby came out, it went viral. People lip-syncing to it, including the Broadway actress currently playing her in the musical Just in Time. Connie Francis, in her own words.
I've learned that life isn't an interruption to a career. And there are many things that I've always wanted to do and never had a chance to do, and I'm doing them now.
Connie Francis was 87. Quite a legacy. Well, that's Nightline. You can watch all of our full episodes on Hulu. We'll see you right back here at the same time tomorrow. Thank you for staying up with us. Good night, America.